Okay, we are live, and we'll be looking at Rachel's new moon conjunct Jupiter in the 11th house, Libra. So, Rachel, the 11th is the house of the public, like working with the people outside the home, people you don't know, clients that come through. What can you say about you and the public?
Um, it seems like I am naturally, I feel my best when I am in community, but I don't want it to be a bullshit community. Like, I will be the first to walk out of a group that it does not feel right. Um, Hold on, I'm getting a call. But um I love being in community with people. I really do. I enjoy being of service, but I enjoy connection. Leo, baby. I
Okay,
enjoy. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this back big.
you know what I'm immediately picking up is that you're also the one to have started a community or multiple communities or have helped someone to run a community in
Yeah,
partnership.
yeah. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. I can definitely be an anchor wherever I go. It seems like I've noticed that wherever I go, I definitely have this. It's like an anchor energy, and it sometimes can be tiring. If That's why I really thrive off like-minded individuals. The older I get, I'm really not willing to pour my energy into a group of people they're not like-minded, because I refuse to kind of drag people along with me or have to continue to wear a mask, which is what I've done in the past. I definitely was a heavy people pleaser, but well liked. I have a charm about me, so pretty much no matter where I go, I'm always gonna make friends. Um, Even if I'm not trying, I can make it a point to try and be invisible. And then in so doing that, I'll find other like loners. There's a quote. Gosh, I can't remember who it's by, but it's something. If you do your work honestly, unknown allies will come to your rescue, and that always happens with me. Always. Lily.
I feel you being a coordinator. I feel you being like a pillar in the community. I feel you helping people out, guiding them, connecting them with other people. But it seems like you're involved kind of in the city, you're known, you express yourself well in the environment.
Yeah, yeah, and I definitely have an air of honesty that makes some people uncomfortable. So you have people that it makes them feel really safe and they love being in my presence. And then conversely, I have the exact opposite. I have people that honestly don't want nothing to do with me because I make them completely uncomfortable. And I'm okay with that too. I'm learning how to let my nervous system feel safe around people like that.
What about you makes people uncomfortable?
Um, I've noticed people that are stuck in specifically more like oppressive systems, where they feel like people have certain roles, because I'm not going to, just because this whatever energy is already in the room that people are obeying or standing by, if it doesn't feel right to me, I'm not gonna go along. And that makes me so, especially in religious groups or
Yes,
even.
I'm feeling religious groups is a big theme here.
Yes, I make, especially like patriarchal religious men, I make them so uncomfortable. And even just the women as well, it just, um, I just make them uncomfortable because I'm going to speak the truth. And if anything, I don't want shame to sit in my system. So if I feel something that I feel like is going to try and like leak on me, then it has to come out. So that's where I'm pretty much led by my intuition at all times. Because if something doesn't feel right, then I don't care who it upsets. Maybe it's my heart that I'm always led by. I'm not sure, but it's just I don't know.
Okay. I'm feeling Pluto on your ascendant.
You're being a turd. You're being a turd. And you need to stop.
um, did you grow up in a religious community? Were your parents like really involved?
My dad was on and off involved. Like with my dad, he had high like suffered addictions, and so like I remember when my like dad got clean off of meth, he like wanted to go to church religiously, and so we had to go to like the Southern Baptist church. And you know how Southern Baptist is like. I'm not affiliated with any religion anymore. But as a child growing up in Southern Baptist, like you have to, everybody wears a mask of I'm a Christian, and you can fucking treat people however you want, you know. But so I grew up around that, and then people talking about I'm saved, and then like using that as an excuse to bully somebody and stuff. So that's, you know, I dealt with that, but I still was affiliated with the religion um until I had a near death experience at 23. And then after that, it gave me enough comfort and safety in my body to slowly release myself from religion. And now, like, you know, that probably I'm 32 now. I think I can comfortably publicly say for maybe the last 3 years, I can comfortably like look someone in the eye and say, "Oh, no, I'm not a Christian. No, thank you." You know, and feel safe doing that and feel empowered.
Okay. Therefore, I feel your new moon conjunct Jupiter because a new moon is a fresh start. It's a new beginning. When you choose a
Yeah.
different path and your story starts, and Jupiter is like faith, religion, beliefs, right? So, new moon Jupiter in the 11th, you were for a while a part of the religious community and you had to be polite and coordinate with the people, get along with them. And
Hmm.
then you kind of distance yourself after the
Yeah.
near death experience, which of
Yeah.
course also makes me think about the new moon, but it also makes me think about like Pluto on your ascendant almost dying.
Well, and I have like joined a couple other spiritual, more like spiritualist communities. Like one, I was kind of like hanging in a cult just to like observe. And then even at work, just with doing my spiritual work that I did, because I mean, I by no means have any type of shamanic training or anything. Just doing, being the person that I am and doing energy work, like it got intense pretty fast. So that kind of drew in some other people. Like I know I got asked to be a guest speaker at a spiritual retreat, and I'm pretty sure they were a cult. Because the guy who owned it has is since like now he's being investigated for some sex crimes. But but anyway, so they're definitely, let me tell you what, I love them people. Like it is so much fun hanging out with them. You know, you just got to keep your autonomy about yourself. But I have had some of the most fun ever, like doing psychic readings at like a spiritual retreat, and you know, not dealing with the people running it, dealing with the people there.
Okay. Uh-huh. So you connect very easily with people in general and they naturally
Uh-huh.
flock to you and you have lots of connections.
Yeah. Girl,
Okay.
eat your puff.
Uh-huh. Okay. So now you're a stay-at-home mom, but you said that, so what did you used to do for work?
So I had my own business. I was a massage therapist and a Reiki master. So
Oh,
doing healing work.
but from home or you had an office?
No, I had a studio. Yeah, I had my own little place.
Okay, and you would you host groups as well of
I
people?
would every once in a while. I would host the group, but the when I would host a group, it's like I wouldn't want to do it by myself. I would always have like a friend that would help me co-host it.
Okay, there's the Libra 11th, very strong. And also, I guess lots of people coming to, I guess word of mouth comes to mind.
Yes, yes. I really didn't have to advertise at all. It's
Yes.
like, because of some of the magical healing experiences that would happen. And so, and I've always trusted that too. I've always trusted that. And it's the right people who just come.
This also feels like forming a coalition, like galvanizing people for a cause, doing like advocacy work for a certain
Yeah,
community of people.
absolutely. Absolutely. And because I will advocate, I cannot stand to see certain things go on around me, and to a certain extent, I will definitely hold my tongue because nobody wants to hear unsolicited advice. But I have no problem channeling courage out of my heart when it needs to happen.
Okay. I'm also feeling like the law, the courts, or like local politics or something, or maybe even global politics.
I really stay away from politics. If anything, I more form my own within myself. And just from I really can't trust authorities, just from my own experiences, which have shaped the things that I am passionate about, like going through domestic violence, and drug abuse, and not having authorities on my side as a woman, and not seeing the help that I needed, and instead further abusing me. Like if it wasn't for my own self, like nobody would have helped my bitch ass. So when I see women kind of getting beat down in the same ways, or just that same oppressive way, to where it's like, how can we get a reaction out of you or blame you for everything that's going on? Just where there's no grace extended whatsoever. And that's I really so I think I formed my own I don't want to say like moral standards, but my own laws that I abide by. And they can be ever changing too. I'm open. I definitely am open to outsider perspectives. And if I feel something, if that's, given to me in a certain way to where I feel something, my views definitely shift.
Are you still in North Carolina?
I am.
Okay. How do you relate to the society, to the community of North Carolina, and to the people that are there, and maybe to the greater community of the United
Mhm.
States?
Uh, I do. I definitely it's patriarchal in nature, and as long as it's and so I don't agree. So I feel like I definitely am here to kind of
Make a
protect.
change, make a big
Yes.
change. I
Yes,
feel
and I have six. I've had six children under my care. The oldest is now 21. The youngest, is 9 months old. Um, and all the five of them are boys, and that's the biggest thing is the patriarchal system. It's horseshit, and the way that women have been silenced, the way that our women's nurturing energy is just seemed to be expected. I mean, all these things go back more, and I mean throughout time. And the older I get, the more to where this really wasn't something that I understood 10 years ago, but I understand it now. I understand it down to color, and just down to feminine and masculine energy. So yeah, most definitely I'm here to make change, and I'm gonna be loud and annoying wherever I have to be, um, if it calls for it. I definitely don't try to pour a lot of my emotional energy into that. Um, I try to make sure I'm taken care of, my baby's taken care of, my family.
Have you thought about running for office or something similar, or be helping someone who is?
I've never thought about doing it, but that's just probably because of my own past, like just with drugs. And I know there's some sexually explicit pictures out there somewhere.
Uh,
That definitely would not work for me. But my name goes pretty far in the healing community. It does in the surrounding counties. I mean, um, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody that doesn't know who I am that
oh,
dabbles in healing work, just because of word of mouth.
okay, interesting. So do you see that in the Sun, Moon, Jupiter, especially in the 11th, right? The 11th house being like the surrounding region.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
Especially because Jupiter, actually, your whole trio here is conjunct fixed star Spica. Have you heard about Spica?
No, I haven't.
Spica is the most fortunate star in astrology. It portends people who reach high honors, people who reach some level of success, wealth, well being. Like they just tend to be at the highest echelon of
Yeah.
society, either in service or in recognition or whatever else, right? So that you have Sun, Moon, and Jupiter together with Spica for me is like, wow, that's the first thing that I noticed in your chart. So
Yeah.
I immediately felt like, okay, you're a person of much higher esteem,
Yeah.
must be in the community, in the social atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, that's basically, I mean, that's really how I would see that. I mean, because I find I create beautiful friendships. Like I've got a friend named Rand that come to me through my spiritual work. And he works with artists all over the world. And then, like I told you, I kind of got involved in that little cult. I wasn't in their cult, but I was a guest speaker at their function just because of a couple
Mm,
friends that I made. And the guy who ran it, is an esteemed author. I won't say his name because I know he's going through some. I'm pretty sure he's under investigation right now. But he has a following of thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and with books, published books that sell. He channels, but just kind of maybe people like that. But um
I'm hearing the school district as well.
maybe I don't, if so, it's not something that I put a lot of merit on, or maybe I just don't care. That's probably it. I just don't care because I don't trust the school systems. But my kids have gone through the schools. I know I've gone through. I loved school. Like I love college. I went to school. My first degree I got was for polysomnography, that's sleep medicine. I definitely graduated top of my class with high honors. And then when I went back to school for massage therapy, same thing. I graduated top of my class.
Okay, do you see
Um,
that top of your class, Sun, Jupiter, Spica?
yeah,
It's every time high honors in education, Jupiter.
yeah. And each time, like I've won some type of like award. Like some type of like top of the class or superior award, just some kind of bullshit like that.
Okay, so do you see that again? Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Spica?
Yeah.
Right, getting the highest honors, getting an award. Okay, why did you tell me that your name travels pretty far? How can that be?
Um.
You met lots of people, I guess, over the years, or what?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just I can't explain it. It's kind of it's I don't want to say it's supernatural, but I just really will meet wild ass people. Like I had a client that was a millionaire over in California that I was doing distance Reiki on. Um, that I met from a spiritual retreat, and this woman had me on her podcast for near death experiences, and that kind of got it out there. So I had a couple people contact me after that, and because I befriended this hypnotherapist, and just weird ass friends in these weird ass places that have really just have carried my name kind of far in the healing community.
Okay, do you hear the 11th house stellium and all that, Libra?
Yeah, yeah,
Especially the Sun Jupiter, right? That you
yeah,
get carried far, you get known by many people, and you're in contact with wealthy people, esteemed people, people with
yeah.
means. Okay.
Yep. And I feel like had it not be for my place as a mom and a wife, it's hard saying where I would be right now because I would have allowed them strings to just continue to carry me.
Okay. So how are you and your husband involved in the community?
Well, me and my husband are exact opposites, honestly. He is an electrician, but he also, hold on, I got something in my eye. He's an electrician, but coached sports probably for 13 years. He's not coaching anything right now. So he's very well known in our our direct community with not in the spiritual or the healing communities like I am. He is more so the school system and like the more like I don't know what you would call it, your the direct community.
Okay, do you see the 11th house again?
Yeah. I didn't know that that would carry over to him.
Of course it does, because your chart is a reflection of your entire life and everything that you see, including your husband, your family, your kid, everything is
Yeah.
here. So
Yeah.
that you and so that he is also, and remember when I said school district? So you just brought that part in,
Mhm.
that he's well off the school systems
Yeah.
because he was a
Yeah, they
coach.
love him in the school systems. Yep. Yep. And
Okay.
they do. They love him. And the women love him too. My God.
Okay, so both of you are kind of like a well known in the local area, North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel better? Feel better?
Okay. Do you actively have something that you do to get? Because I can see you also being invited to various events,
I used to be, but
helping.
not so much anymore. I 2024 was a wild year for me. And I'm grounding. I've been regrounding since 2024. Honestly, things kind of came to a head in my life. Um, I started to abuse Adderall, so I had to get off that. Things were not going good with me and my husband. He was battling some alcohol addiction. He was very emotionally distant, um, and then just it was not good. And so having I experienced a tremendous amount of heartbreak in 2024. And it was just it was hard to claw my way back from that, but it was a catalyst in learning how to actually sit with some deeper, darker emotions that I really hadn't ever learned how my whole entire life. I
Okay.
haven't had a consistent schedule, so I that's what I've been learning is how to pour love into myself with a consistent schedule. And I'm being strict on myself, and I really don't have outside avenues right now.
Okay. In 2024, what I want to show you is that Saturn was transiting your fourth house, Pisces, and you're struggling with Adderall and your husband's struggling with alcohol. And Saturn the entire time is aspecting your Mars, Mercury, and Scorpio in the 12th. So your husband being
Yeah,
emotionally distant and that being a very difficult period in your marriage. Does that make sense?
yeah. Yeah, it does. It
Okay.
really does. And I'm not even gonna lie, because I want to be completely transparent. I even actually kind of fell hard for another man, and then he got diagnosed with cancer, and then he passed away and died last year. And so I had to I was completely honest with my husband, and it was I'm that's what I'm coming back from. I've had no room for anybody. I shut my business down.
Damn.
I've just yeah, yeah. So, and me and my husband are trying to heal together. And it's not easy, but we're trying to repair our home with things that have been building our whole life, honestly. And but that's crazy. I did not know that about Saturn.
Yeah, he was transiting your fourth exactly the previous 2 years when you went through all that. Actually, since 2023.
Yeah.
Right. And so all that stuff happening in your family between you and your
Yeah.
husband. And now you're
Yeah.
trying to recover, right? Having an emotional affair at the very least, Saturn and Pisces in the fourth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. That that's crazy.
Right?
That's crazy.
Okay.
Wow.
I I really want to keep talking, but I have to pause here because I'm going to have another meeting. I usually have much more space in between, but today is just kind of a crazy day for me. So
No, you're good. You're
let's
good.
just pause here for today. What do you think? How do
I thoroughly have enjoyed it. Yeah.
you,
Yeah, and I have enjoyed you, so thank you.
thank you too. Okay, great. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording and I'm gonna talk to you for just another minute,
Okay.
okay?